Okay, so last lesson we had a little look at completing the square and we looked at the method. And then towards the end we looked at how this shows us the maximum or minimum point of our curve. So we said here if we got inside the bracket, it's the opposite symbol and it's our x-coordinate. So if you look here, this p is -3, but our x-coordinate is +3. And if it's outside the bracket, so this q, it's the y-coordinate and it's the same. Okay, so here we've got, when we complete the square, it helps us to find the maximum or minimum point of our quadratic, and inside our bracket is our x-coordinate and the opposite symbol, and outside the bracket is our y-coordinate and it's the same symbol. Okay, so let's have a go at an example of this then. So this is example 1. So example 1. Find the minimum point of the graph with the equation x squared plus 8x plus 13. So, notice with this question here, it doesn't say to complete the square, but we do need to do that, and you need to know that you're doing that, okay? So the first thing that you'll need to do is you halve that middle number, put it inside a bracket added to x, and then square it. So half of the middle number is 4. So this is going to be y is equal to x plus 4 all squared. Then we square the number inside that bracket and subtract it outside from that last value, which is -13. So 4 squared is 16. So -16 plus 13, like so. And 13 minus 16 is -3. So we end up with y is equal to x plus 4 all squared minus 3. Now remember we said the inside the bracket is the x-coordinate, but it's the opposite symbol. So here we've got, this is our x-coordinate. But opposite symbol. Okay, this is the x-coordinate, the opposite symbol. This here is our y-coordinate, but it's the same symbol. There we go. So our x-coordinate, well, it's going to be the opposite symbol of this, so our x-coordinate is -4, like so. And our y-coordinate is the same symbol, so that's going to be -3. So this here is our minimum. Now we can, if we want to, do a sketch of this. It's probably worth just having a little look at a little sketch. Just make that a little bit smaller. So if I was to draw a sketch of this, we know that it's -4, -3, so -4 left and 3 down. So it's going to be here, -4, -3, which is here, -4, comma, -3, which is there. Now the thing that's important is that this here, this last value here, is also your y-intercept. Okay? So our y-intercept is actually 13. So our y-intercept is going to be here at 13. And then we know that a quadratic is a U-shape, so it comes down. There's our minimum. And we needed to cross through 13, so there, like so. So we didn't need to do that last part, but I decided to do it just to help us out. But this is what they're looking for here. This here is the minimum coordinate. We've done our little sketch there. Let's just check that. -3, -4. Yeah, super. So I'll do one more and I'll give you a chance to have a go at it to yourself. So this one here, we'll say is example 2. Very similar to what we've done. So find the minimum point of the graph with the equation y is equal to x squared minus 6x plus 11. So the first thing I need to do here is to complete the square. So it's going to be y is equal to, now I halve this middle number and put it in a square bracket, added to x. So x minus 3 all squared. Then I square that number inside the bracket and subtract it. So minus 9 plus 11. And then I simplify that last part. So this part here. So y is equal to x minus 3 all squared. And then 11 minus 9 is positive 2. Now remember that this here is your x coordinate. And it's your opposite symbol. And the one on the right is your y coordinate and the same symbol. So if I'm doing this, it's going to be the opposite symbol, which is going to be negative 3, so it's going to be positive 3, and it's going to be positive 2, like so. So if I was to draw this, which it doesn't ask me to, but I think it's definitely worth just knowing how to do it. We know that our coordinate here is 3, 2, so write 3 up 2, which is going to be there, 3, 2. And our y-intercept is the last number of our quadratic, which is this 11. So we know it's crossing at 11, which I'll put here, 11. So it looks like this. Like so. But this is what they're looking for, the 3, 2. Alright, I'll give you a second to get both of those down. Then we'll have a go at some ourselves. Okay, so, just check that, 3, 2, yeah, they're both right. So, have a go at these two questions yourself. Have a little go at these two questions yourself. Alright, so let's go through both of them then. So the first thing we need to do with this one on the right is we need to complete the square. So y is equal to half that middle number, which is 5, and then put it in a square bracket added to x. So x plus 5 all squared. And then we square that and subtract it. So 5 squared is 25 minus 25 plus 21. We're going to simplify that. Y is equal to x plus 5 all squared. 21 minus 25 is equal to minus 4. So inside bracket opposite, outside bracket same. So it's going to be our minimum is equal to minus 5 comma minus 4. Notice that the x coordinate is the opposite symbol, the y coordinate is the same. There's our first one. Let's have a go at this one then. So y is equal to, we need to halve this middle number. So x minus 1 all squared. Then we square that minus 1 and subtract it. So minus 1 squared is 1. Subtract that is minus 1 plus 4. Simplify that last part. Y is equal to x minus 1 squared, and 4 minus 1 is equal to minus 3. So inside bracket opposite, outside bracket same. So my minimum, I should probably put minimum. And this one, my minimum is equal to positive 1, negative 3. And I can draw these if you wanted to. It would have been nice if you did give them a draw. I'll just draw this one here. So minus 5, minus 4. So negative 5 across, minus 4 down, which is here. Negative 5, comma, minus 4. And it's crossing at positive 21. So it's actually all the way up here, isn't it? Positive 21. And it looks like this. Brilliant. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, super. Where am I going? Oh yes, I made a little mistake there, haven't I? So it's 4 minus 1, which is positive 3. Silly Billy. So this is positive 3. There's me rushing. And that's positive 3 there. Good, good, good. Because 4 minus 1 is positive 3. Yeah, super. Brilliant. Okay, so we've got one more. We've got a couple of questions to go through here. These are actual GCSE style questions. So notice this is 3 marks. It did come up. Have a look. This came up in the OCR paper very recently, actually. So have a little go at that one there. So, let's have a go at this one then. So, yeah, we halve that middle number. Notice that, look, this is why I wrote this. It says write in the form x plus a squared. Now, they did say minus b, but that's just because it's going to be a minus in this one. No, that's not always the case. So, I halve that middle number and put it in a square bracket. So, x plus 2 all squared. And then square this and subtract it. So, 4 minus 16. So then I simplify this, and that's going to be x plus 2 minus, all squared, minus 20 there, like so. Brilliant. 3 marks for that. That's a gift if it comes up, and you know how to do it. Alright. Brilliant. So we've got one more question. Now they've actually already factorised this. So it says sketch the graph. Now there's an extra little part in this which I probably will need to talk to you about, but maybe have a go at that one yourself. In fact, no. Let's get this one down as an example. So they've already written it in the form of completed the square. This is example. I think this is example 5. I think. So straight away, because they've already written it in this format, y is equal to x minus 2 all squared minus 3. Because they've written it in that format, straight away we know that inside the bracket is the x coordinate and the opposite symbol. So my minimum here is going to be equal to positive 2, and outside the bracket is the y coordinate, so 2, 3. So we know that. But the thing that I don't know is where it's crossing the y-axis. Now, you can't just say here, when it's in this format, that -3 is where it's crossing the y-axis, because it's not. You actually have to expand the, you have to expand this part here, okay, to find out, and that's the new part, okay? So, we need it in the form ax squared plus b plus c to find out the y-intercept. So, let's write that down. We need our quadratic in the form x squared plus ax plus b to find the intercept. Just spotted as well, I put that should be there, -3, shouldn't it? Because it's the same for the y, yeah? And I said that and didn't write it. So, if I go x minus 2 all squared minus 3, so I know that this is x minus 2 times by x minus 2 minus 3. So I need to use the grid method for this part on the left, which is going to be x minus 2, x minus 2, x times x is x squared, x times minus 2 is minus 2x, x times minus 2 is minus 2x, and minus 2 times minus 2 is positive 4. So I end up with here x squared minus 2x plus 4 minus 3. So this part here is the bit which is in the grid, and you still need that minus 3 at the end. Okay, we still need that minus 3. Then we simplify both of these. So it's x squared minus 4x. 4 minus 3 is positive 1, which means that my y-intercept is that last one here, which is equal to 1. So if I'm going to draw this, we know that our minimum is equal to 2, 3. So 2 right, minus 3 down. So here, 2 comma minus 3, 2 right, minus 3. And we know my intercept is 1, which is here at 1. So let's draw this like so. And this is the sketch they're looking for. Notice this came up on the OCR paper 2 years ago. 3 years ago now. And 3 marks for that. This probably would have been a part A, or part B, I reckon. They probably would have asked you to do that. Write it in completing the square form in the first part. Alright, brilliant. So this part over here was new. We haven't actually looked at this, and it's very rarely comes up, this part. The main part is that completing the square part. Alright, so we've got some questions here for us to have a little go at. So if you're catching up, pause and have a little go at those questions now. And if you're catching up, there's the answers to those.